It's a light heavyweight matchup between Lyota, the Dragon Machida, and Jon Jones. All right, so here he is, one of, if not the greatest to ever put on a pair of 4-ounce gloves. Jon Bones Jones. Daniel, this is the only man who has ever solved your game in a mixed martial arts setting. Johnny Bones back for more tonight.
For me, I understand how special Jones is because he is the guy that's been able to beat me twice. But when you go down and you look at the resume, you start with Shogun Rua, then you have the Rashad Evans and the Rampage Jacksons, and then you have myself, Alexander Gustafsson. It is a list of Hall of Famers that not many people can match when they say match your resume against mine. Jon Jones is a special talent, and he has shown that every time he has fought the very best the UFC has to offer.
You put it well. In terms of the strength of schedule, I think he has the best resume of any UFC champion of all time, and of course, as he makes the walk here tonight, he puts that status on the line yet again. All right, well, he's one of the more accomplished strikers in this division. Sprawl and brawl, whatever you want to say, he's going to try to keep this fight standing tonight.
It does not matter how he accomplishes it. All he wants to do is be on his feet and at range, hitting you with the beautiful jab, staying away from the grappling exchanges. You don't accomplish all the things that this man has accomplished over the course of his career without understanding distance. He has great distance management, which then in turn allows him to land all these beautiful diverse kicks, spinning back kick, jumping high kick, so many things he possesses that he will try to use tonight in this fight.
Yeah, if this turns into a kickboxing match tonight, most people believe, yeah, his opponent is in a world of trouble. Our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight tilt. Jones is 2 years his senior. He will have a 10-inch reach advantage. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Yves Lavigne. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a look-see do fighter, holding a professional record of 26 wins, 1 loss, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC light heavyweight champion, Jon Bones Jones. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a karate fighter, holding a professional record of 26 wins, 9 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC light heavyweight champion, Lyota, the Dragon Machida!
Okay, protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now, go back to your
They touch him up, and we are underway.
You ready?
All right, so lofty expectations for this matchup as round 1 gets underway. Seems to be a striking advantage on one side, but on the other, truly a fighter who can do it all.
And that guy will usually have the advantage on paper. When you're a striker at this guy's level, that will normally balance out whatever advantage you but I have.
Rock'em sock'em out of the chute here. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
And he lands a kick to the leg now. Pretty good work on the feet tonight by Machida. Well, the leg kicks have been a big storyline in this one, and there's another one. So he continues to slow his opponent down, and nice poker face on the other side. I'm not sure how many more he can take.
He won't be able to take many more. Think about Edson Barboza, how he lands those beautiful leg kicks, no wind-up so fast. Eventually, guys get stopped taking too many. This seems to be the path that he is wanting to take tonight in this fight.
Oh, really using his reach advantage there with that land, DC. Oh, a little single collar tie there. All right, the fighters are fighting out of the clinch here, and now we go to the ground. Beautiful trip there to get the takedown. Sweep the leg, Johnny!
Oh, John. One guy's always paying attention. The other guy's going, take a point. Take a point like they did to your boy, Johnny, and you lose the All-Valley Championship for disrespecting a guy like that.
He's going to start looking to try to attack a rear naked choke, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Doing a really good job of relaxing, not panicking because he's getting choked.
He might get a finish here. Nicely done. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Back to the feet now. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Nice punch by Machida.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick. Nice leg kick.
And both guys really throwing with authority. So just over 20 total strikes have landed for Johnny Bones Jones. All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. Oh, and another leg kick lands flush, and the best fighters in the world are those who make adjustments. He hasn't made many so far.
Yes, he needs to make adjustments. So, one thing you can do is close the distance. Don't give him space to leg kick you over and over again. Get close, fight from the clinch. Take that leg kick away by managing the distance.
Oh, effective strike there by Jones. Unable to connect with the right.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
Oh, a huge block there.
Oh, big head kick. As he gets close and he's out of the kicking range, he'll change his stance.
The Dragon Machida gets hit by that leg kick. You may want to start checking some of these. Nice double leg takedown attempt there, and gotta think that's something that's gonna give him confidence moving forward in this fight.
A lot of confidence when it happens that easily. He took a shot, he got a takedown. What now will stop him from doing it over and over again?
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are. Because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs. And if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really, really put some damage on them.
20 seconds to go in round one. While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Johnny Bone. Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's going to stop the stop.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the highlights, DC. A lot of leg kicks for good measure in that round.
I mean, leg kicks are the key. You watch people win fights with just leg kicks, especially in this game. I mean, it is my strike of choice. I love the animation when I've landed so many leg kicks that my opponent just kind of waves me off and the fight gets stopped. Keep throwing them. If they're not going to check them, keep throwing the leg kick.
All right, DC, second round is getting underway. Round one, not the round of the year necessarily, but some good in there.
And it's not always going to be. You have two very talented fighters. Sometimes it's very even. That's what we saw in round number one.
Nice kick there by Machida.
That was a thudding leg kick.
Well, he's got the longer reach, and he certainly showed it there in landing that straight punch. Looks like he's trying to set up a takedown here. There's the attempt. Jones gets caught with that punch.
I mean, he's cutting down the sides with these beautiful leg kicks.
Nice knee to the midsection there.
Beautiful kick.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Single collar tie now. Oh, nice connection there by John Jones, and he is fighting with a definite killer instinct here tonight.
And you have to have it, because the target is always on your back when you're the UFC champion. Jones seems destined to keep that title wrapped around his waist.
Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish.
Nice connection with a punch there. It's hard to recall a time in the past that his boxing looked this sharp.
He's never looked this good. Oh, he heard a belly jab. Look at the force behind that leg kick.
Oh, nice jab by Johnny Bone. Just over 3 minutes now to go. Right punches there. Back and forth we go. So a much different approach from him here in round two. Took him a while to find the range, get in his striking rhythm. He has found it here, and as a result, has really picked up the pace in round two.
Big liver kick lands under the elbow.
Nice punch by Jones. Wow, what a kick. Huge kick lands. Oh, big left hook there. Swing and a miss with that straight left hand. Oh, beautiful strike there as he lands up top, and he does so right after catching the leg. So maybe you thought he would catch the leg and go for a takedown. Instead, he goes for the punch, and he certainly found the range on that one. Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson one in boxing class: hands up, chin down. Oh!
Well, he's got the reach advantage. You might as well use it. Nice job there to find a home for that jab.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Both fighters exchange in the pocket here. Jones' strike attempt there is blocked. All right, so he's landed some good shots tonight, but this is not a combo meal, right? No three-piece, no soda. It's one and done more often than not.
John, don't you come to me without a combo. I want the whole platter. Give him the whole platter, young man. Put some punches together. Make this guy take the whole thing. Give him more than one strike. You have now found a setup punch. The jab is landing consistently. Find something that's going to go behind it. Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Oh, he got that inside leg kick to the target there, DC. You don't want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't. It starts to beat up the inside thigh. That is a technique you use to really slow down your opponent.
Oh, he continues to land a high number of strikes in this round. Really hasn't let up when it comes to his aggressiveness. Certainly have to be mindful that you don't gas out, but you gotta like the output on display here.
Punch over the top.
All right, well, his kicking game was outstanding in that round. We'll see if his opponent can make the adjustments, but take us through the replays before we get there.
It's always weird to watch a young fighter start to come into his own. Early in his career, he did not have this ability. He did not have the ability to dictate and control fights with his legs. Now he does, and he looks like a future champion in the making.
All right, here we go with the start of another round. Pretty good previous 2 rounds, I thought.
Yeah, it's been a very competitive fight to this point. Both guys have had their moments, especially in these last 2 rounds. You expect somebody to get ahead, but they've both been so evenly matched. We're still right where we started.
Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take. Oh, that's a beautiful kick right there. I don't know if you've ever been kicked by a mule. Probably feels something like that.
It has to. This guy has landed this kick with so much force. Fantastic timing on that beautiful takedown.
Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice comp. Going for the arm here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, we're getting a finish here. Then he's out. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. All right, side control now. All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submissions, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Machida. I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Well, there are a few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motions on the mat.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Might be able to hook onto an arm here. And he's out. Oh, nice work from the bottom. Tags him with the punch. Oh, crucifix from the top position, DC. If you're on the bottom, what are you trying to do to get out?
On the bottom, you've got to start bridging. You've got to drive your feet and your heels into the mat. Start bridging and turning side to side, hoping that one of the arms slips through the cracks so that you can try to get back to a position where you can defend yourself.
Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Jones. Lands with the ground and pound here. All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound will be a plenty from this position.
Solid strike on the ground. All right, so good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective.
You can just throw punches to keep the referee off of you. This guy is throwing punches to be effective, to throw damaging strikes. He's doing a fantastic job.
That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds. All right, we now take a look back at some of the highlights from that last round, DC. A lot for the replay guys to choose from.
I mean, these guys are going to be very busy trying to find what replay to show you guys. Lands on both sides of the octagon. Both guys fought great. What a phenomenal round.
Start attacking his jab. He's hiding behind that jab, okay? Counter right hands, whatever you want to do.
All right, here we go, DC. Our next round is underway, and he's chasing some punch stat records tonight. That was some serious volume and efficiency in the previous round.
Normally you see that in boxing, where a guy just throws so many strikes. But this man has taken it to the octagon, looking to break all the punch records before the night is over.
Oh, and there's a land with the kick, so certainly a good sign for him there.
When that's working, you know he's in for a good night.
And once he... Whoa!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. Real quick leg kick.
Machida gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up. Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's making up for lost time here. Shot to the body connects, and that bears watching. That's going to hurt this opponent. Body kick now by Machida. Connects with the right hand. Pretty good punch, that one.
Nice right punch by this young man.
All right, so he connects with another punch there, kind of targeting that cut, I think.
I mean, when you get a cut on your opponent and you see it, it's pouring blood, you continue to attack it. Every time you land, you can see that it splits it a little bit more. Great job finding that weakness and really taking advantage of it. Big punch lands. Ooh. Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those legs.
Well, there's a takedown attempt. No surprise that he would go for it there, but unable to get the fight to the ground.
Whenever your opponent knows that you're going to try to take him down, you have to disguise it. He did not disguise it. He tried to just shoot a blind shot. It got defended as you would expect it to. Liver kick.
Oh, a nice land there by Johnny Bones. Mike Winklejohn told me before the fight you haven't seen 30% of what John Jones does in the gym, and starting to show you some of those new wrinkles here tonight.
I mean, look at the commitment to kicking in this fight.
Jones gets touched by that leg kick attempt.
Oh.
Well, you've got to admire the urgency here. He is trying to keep the judges out of it, lighten up his opponent left and right. And he landed the right hand there. Jones gets hit by that leg kick.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow.
It was good night if that landed. Way to hide that leg kick.
Blocks that strike.
That right hand hurt him a little bit.
Looks like his leg is hurt here. You can even see him limping a little bit.
Ooh, big shot lands.
And both fighters exchange in the pocket. Whoa!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Just misses with a left hook there. Well, he's always on the counterattack, but a nice leg kick there by Jones. Machida gets hit with a kick. That one appeared to land flush. Under 1 minute remains in round 4 of a possible 5.
Big leg kick lands. That one snuck in. Nice strike.
Punches blocked. Whoa!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now. Oh, let's go. Oh! He didn't like that left hand.
Nice little shot. Machida's pass attempt denied. Well, you got to be working off of your back. He's certainly doing so here. Nice punch. Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round, saved by the bell. So back to the stool, mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of the round. A stunner there with the head strike midway through. Nearly got him out of there for good.
Almost got him out of there. He hurt him badly. He had his opponent hurt real bad. Now his opponent's walking back to his corner. Everybody looks confused. They don't know what they're supposed to do to try to change the way that this fight is going.
Final round. Well, just as he did in the previous round, he continues to connect on a high volume of strikes. And a good sign, too, doesn't seem to be slowing down whatsoever. Well-placed kick there by Machida. Oh, big shots being landed on both sides here. Oh, he lands a huge knee to the body. That's a crippling shot there.
Can really limit the mobility of your opponent with those leg kicks. Big head kick lands. Beautiful punch. Over and over, he's landing these big body kicks.
Oh, how clean is that jab by Machida? Timing his shots nicely here, champ.
He's doing a great job of mixing everything up and using a lot of diverse strikes. You don't know when that leg kick's coming.
Just unable to quite find that range.
Ooh, head kick lands, he's hurt. Came up inches right there, boy. Wow. It was a good night if that landed. When you're in the clinch, you can pull down on the head and land these beautiful punches to the head.
Let's go. Look for that takedown.
Oh, he tagged him with the punch there, DC. That's an educated left hand.
He's got great timing with his left hand. And everything's landing with so much power.
Oh, look at the welts all over that right thigh. Really starting to bruise now. Connects with a right.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
All right, well, it's late in the fight. Time is of the essence, and when you're clearly losing and you know you need a finish, risk management goes out the window.
Oh, yeah. No more risk management. Either get knocked out or you knock him out. One way or the other, you're going to lose. you can lose by...
That's a perfect scramble right there. Beautiful transition. Looking to land the right just out of range. Oh, Jones gets caught by that straight punch there. Out of range with that one.
He loaded up on that right hand, too. Leg kick.
That's a good strike there by Machida. 2 minutes now to go in this one.
Liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's gonna shut your body
Late
off.
defense on the takedown and scrambles to his feet. Nicely done.
Big kick. You gotta check these low leg kicks. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Big elbow there lands. How good is that right hand? Well, he has certainly found the range and staying pretty busy here on the feet.
He's being busy, but it's also the timing and the accuracy that's allowing him to land so many attacks.
Well-placed kick there by Johnny Bone. Double leg takedown attempt here, and that is a good attempt as he gets the fight back to the mat.
It's ideal. His ideal situation just happened. He got it on the shot, didn't have to put too much effort to finish. Great job.
All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds. Oh, wow, oh!
Here.
Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
What else can you say but what a fight? All right, so the fight goes the distance. We'll take a look back at the action, but should go his way given all he got done in the striking game.
Yeah, he did a great job of landing at will, mixing up the target, doing everything that he's become known for in order to cruise to a very good decision. I know he didn't get the finish that he wanted so bad coming in here tonight, but he had a phenomenal performance, and he showed that he's one of the best fighters in the world.
The official decision is in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest, 49-46. For the winner by unanimous decision, Lyota Machida.
Well, he did not get the finish that he certainly prioritized when we sat down with him at our fighter meeting, but a win is a win. He gets it done by unanimous decision.
And he said he wanted to finish, but sometimes your opponent's not willing to play the game. In those instances, all you can do is control what you can control, and that's fight to the best of your ability. He did exactly that tonight.